I'm Ashton Addison from EventChain for InvestmentPitch Media and the Crypto Coin Show. And today on Blockchain Interviews, we have Paul Lindsell, the CEO and co-founder of Crypto Prophecies. Paul, welcome to the show, and thanks for taking the time to be here today.
You're welcome, man. I'm stoked to be here.
Yeah, I know you've been doing a lot in the crypto space, and Crypto Prophecies is a really cool project, and I think it's the perfect time for this kind of project to come into the space. And I would love to just kick it off with a little bit on your background in the space, how that led to you starting Crypto Prophecies.
Sure. I've been in the product design space for over 20 years. So user experience design in finance, fintech, gaming, and more recent years, blockchain. Held many leadership roles, including former founder and CEO of a digital design agency, co-founder and COO of an algorithmic cryptocurrency trading dApp on Ethereum. First got into crypto, I think Bitcoin was around $270. Had no real understanding of crypto at the time. The price dropped by 10%. I sold, and that's my kind of sob story with Bitcoin. Late 2016, early 17. My now business partner Felipe, he got me involved in his blockchain project, and since then I've just never looked back. 2018, we started designing crypto trading game called Bot Wars Ultimate Trading that launched last year, and our learnings from that game and listening to players and users basically inspired us to build the Crypto Prophecies, which is a price prediction game.
Very cool. And yeah, I actually saw Bot Wars, and that was a really cool project as well. But I know Crypto Prophecies has quite a bit of intricacies in it, and you've really incorporated NFTs in a unique way. I would love for you to just explain a little bit more about Crypto Prophecies, the game. What is it, and what is it all about?
For sure. So the Crypto Prophecies, it's a decentralized price prediction, a peer-to-peer price prediction game that uses NFT characters and magic items. So in a nutshell, you place your wager in our TCP token, and you go head-to-head with other players, and you battle it out over the trading candles. You need to predict how each one of those will close, whether it's up or down. So it's a skill-based game, so it's based on points, and you're against the clock. So you need to be kind of quick, and you also need to watch out for your opponent's magic spells. At the end of the 10 candles, the player with the most points is the one who wins the battle and wins the overall wager.
Very cool. I like it. It gives a nice twist of having the candles in there, and it's still got the crypto touch of it, but there's also a lot of collectibles, and I was looking, there's so many different rarities and different items that you can collect, which is really cool to have more of a story and a lore in there. Can you talk about all of the different tiers and the rarities and this kind of items and the collectible side of the game as well?
Yeah, so there's many layers to that onion, but essentially everything that we've tried to put into the Crypto Prophecies is about making profits in some shape or form. So from the collectible model that we have, which is obviously all of the NFT characters, through the various battle modes, the prize draw, the leaderboard, right through the ability to watch live tournaments and also bet on the outcome. All comes down to having this ability to make profit. Unlike other prediction games and platforms out there, we're probably the only skill-based price prediction game in the world that we know of. So that kind of creates this interesting thing as well. It's also player versus player. So the aim is to not try and beat the market. The aim is to try and beat your opponent. So it really doesn't matter if the candles are going up or down. What matters is whether you predict the movement faster than your opponent. So then the magic spells make it super fun as well. All of those are NFTs as well. And they come in the various different tiers and rarities. So there's a collectible game in there as well. So heaps to do on all fronts, but again, it all comes down to the ability to make profit with your NFT characters. So.
Definitely. And with all of these different NFTs that these players are collecting, I've seen a lot of NFT marketplaces where people are trying to find rare NFTs and then resell them for higher or use them in other ways, and even incorporate them into DeFi and financial products to in other ways monetize the NFTs. is that some part of Crypto Prophecies where you have other ways to, store value or accumulate value and grow value through the NFTs and potentially monetize them in other ways in the future?
Yeah, so again, what we've tried to do is to create NFTs, or not what we've tried to do, what we have done is create NFTs that have intrinsic value and utility in the game, as well as partner games and platforms, which is more of that coming soon. So with your different rarities of crypto profits, there's also things like a multiplier. So we have a daily prize draw, 25 winners of the prize draw every day. They are all randomly verified using Chainlink's VRF function. So it's also recorded on chain, so it's fair and transparent. And the multiplier of your profit is anything from 1 to 1 to, I think, 1 to 32. So what we do is if you win the game, we take your wager, so let's say it's 1,000 tokens, and we multiply it by your multiplier amount. So if you wagered 1,000 tokens and you've got a legendary card, you're going to get 16,000 tickets to that daily prize draw. It's probabilistic, so you have equal chance of winning on each ticket, and you are not limited to how many tickets you can win. So there's this other kind of gamble and game mechanic in there. And that daily prize pool scales with the number of users and volume on the platform. So again, it's kind of no limit to the size of that prize pool as well. So it's yet another way to win and get some financial return from your NFTs.
Definitely, that's really cool.
The NFTs also have a game inside them in terms of burning. So the NFTs are restricted in supply by the generation that they're in, and then if you collect any five of the same race NFT and the same rarity, so for example 5 common Satoshians, you can take that to the summoning portal, which is this picture behind me, and then you can use a burn spell, and you'll basically burn those 5 common characters, and then out of the portal will randomly pop 1 uncommon. So the next tier up. So we basically reduce the supply and give you something of a better quality, which is super fun for the collectors and the gamers out there.
That's really cool. And with all these games coming into the blockchain space, I feel like it's attracting a lot more people that aren't really involved in the crypto side of it, but they're crypto sort of started in the gaming industry, which is really cool to continue to merge these two industries. And there is some technical components to the crypto side, but not too much. I'm curious about the infrastructure on the blockchain side, and is it really technical to do you first of all, do you just base it all on Ethereum NFTs, or are you also using other blockchain protocols? And is there any technical barriers when users collect NFTs to have to do technical transactions and intricacies beyond what the game would normally have without blockchain?
So it's built on Ethereum, but using Polygon's layer 2. So it used to be called Matic. So that gives players like super fast and super cheap blockchain gaming experience. It's so fast and quick that you don't even notice that transactions are happening. So kind of gone are the days of gas wars. So that does make it really seamless. To say there's no barrier to entry would be wrong at this point. We have had to kind of shift our launch focus and go-to-market strategy to existing blockchain users and traders, so people that are not new, not no coiners. They're used to this space, and things are getting easier. So MetaMask is a really great wallet that we use, and bridging from Ethereum to Polygon is becoming easier by the day, but it's still not. It's still not where we'd like it to be. So, if you're totally new to crypto, then stepping across this is going to be tough. But we're doing, as user experience designers and game designers, we're doing everything we can to make that as easy as possible. And that will be something that we'll just constantly keep iterating and trying to make even easier. So, lots to do there.
Definitely, it is a work in progress. And earlier on, you mentioned about the TCP token and using that to play the game. Can you just talk about the overall functionality of the Crypto Prophecies token, the sustainable ecosystem, and how it works within the platform in all ways?
Sure. So there's about 5 or 6 sort of major utilities for the TCP token. It's a fungible token. It is the main means of exchange for the wager. So any of the player versus player games, and there are various modes from 1v1, 2v2, 3v3, Royal Rumbles, Battle Royale. That's the main wager for used in that. So it's also the token that's used to purchase the NFT characters, items, weapons, magic capes, and pets, as well as like ancillaries and everything else kind of needed to power the ecosystem. It's the thing that you're most likely to win in the daily probabilistic prize draw, but you may win other things like NFTs or partner NFTs as well. It's also used as an access token. So for special events and tournaments, it will be the required staking mechanic to gain access. We will be evolving genuine governance on the ecosystem, so using voting rights on a one-to-one basis. At the moment, our governance and voting is just within social channels. And then the thing that gets a lot of people excited is we call it the kingdom fee. So every battle that happens on the platform, there's a 3% levy that's charged. Now, off of that 3%, half of it is instantly, the tokens are burned, so sent to a 00 wallet address, taken out of supply. That obviously puts a deflationary pressure on the token. 40% of that 3% is what funds the prize pool. So again, it gets bigger the more players there are, the more wagers there are, and then 10% of that remaining fund goes towards just platform maintenance. So they're the main things. And then the big roadmap one for us is the kind of the esports side of this. So we'll be live streaming the battle royale games and tournaments, and players will be able to wager in decentralized pools on the outcome of those games. So that's really kind of the exciting bit for the end of this year that we're working on.
Very cool. Thank you for that. And yeah, I'm excited to talk about the roadmap. But first of all, I just want to get a quick snapshot for the viewers in terms of where you're at right today. How long you've been working on this, and how it's going so far with the launch.
Where are we today? So we are literally on the edge of our seats, waiting to be moved on to Polygon. So to get our token mapped onto Polygon. Once we're there, then we're opening up all sorts of things like the Kingdom Vault for various staking and liquidity rewards. And our closed beta is about to launch any day. So we'll be getting our community to play and test on the testnet with us, with the aim of launching as soon as we possibly can, but depending on how well or how bad the beta goes. So yeah, we're looking to launch within weeks. So yeah, super fun times. So that's been, when did we start developing? Q3, end of Q3 last year. So it's a pretty fast development sprint, but equally there is lots to do because there's big ambitions for the project. So
definitely, and yeah, they say fail fast and fail forward.
Exactly.
So the more things that that feedback you get from the community and community-driven projects, especially in blockchain, in betas, I think are super important for shaping the future of the platform, ensuring that the community and the users are getting something that they want to use, right?
100%. So again, our background with user experience design and being user first is what drives us. Obviously, we can't listen to every single piece of feedback, but what we do is to try and structure stuff in a way that allows us to really capture the essence of what our users or future users are saying and thinking, and then triage that and channel that into the game design. So
definitely
100%. Excuse me.
Now, in terms of the long-term vision down the road, multiple years down the road, when you're looking for widespread adoption and hopefully more mainstream and no-coiner use of the whole platform and of Crypto Prophecies, what do you think will be some of the main key factors to success in achieving that widespread adoption?
So the simplicity of use is going to be, naturally a key one. I mean, we're in a world where, we have, hyper casual gaming and casual gaming, which is just something you can just pick up and play. So we need to constantly remind ourselves, which segment of the gaming space we're in, how easy it is to get involved, how quickly people can, play, and try to create and replicate that winning experience, which in a peer-to-peer decentralized game is challenging, because you may come in and lose, and not many gamers kind of like losing first time round. So building up, our partnerships is also really, really key to that. And there's some really exciting partnerships on the roadmap and being explored at the moment, which will open us up to extremely large existing user bases. So being able to work with other brands within the Animoca umbrella is crucial. And obviously other brands in the blockchain gaming space, where we've got, the same audience but a different proposition. And that, as well as I guess one of the big topics for us is the interoperability of our NFTs. How can we allow other games or platforms NFTs to be used in our system, and how can you take an NFT from the Crypto Prophecies and go and play in one of the other games out there as well. So those things, I think, are going to be absolutely crucial for the ongoing adoption, and that's beyond the stuff that I guess I take for granted in terms of typical kind of retention and engagement mechanics of the game.
Definitely, and I'm glad that you mentioned that about the interoperability, because I do agree. I think that will be super important in the difference between having a siloed game that people can't transfer value in and out of the game to other games, or and I think that's one of the keys to these decentralized marketplaces, and that was sort of the one of the main benefits that people were talking about. If you have an NFT marketplace and you're able to acquire items or sell off items that you've been working on, I think that will really help, especially with Animoca brands having all of these other NFT platforms that they've already been really successful on. I think that's going to make a big difference for Crypto Prophecies moving forward.
Definitely, and that's that ability to spend $5, $100 in a game, and actually, if you've decided that you don't want to play or take a break from it, then there's a way to take that value with you. And the other thing that we're doing in that space as well is allowing players to rent out or lease out their NFTs. So if you've got a legendary character which has got intrinsic value, but you're going on holiday or you're offline, why not loan that to another player? And another way of kind of earning and making profits. So really, really fun things ahead.
Super cool, Paul. And for the viewers that are looking to follow along, with the beta and the upcoming launch, and just to learn more about the game and the NFTs and what they can collect and use, what's the best way for them to start getting involved into the community?
We are pretty widespread in terms of social channels. Telegram is, I think, around 100,000 members in our TG channel, so that's probably a good place for anybody that's in TG to start. If not, you'll find on our website, which is the cryptoprophecies.com. You'll find links to our Discord channel, which is also a really good growing community and active there, and then Twitter, Facebook, a few other channels as well that you can engage. But yeah, we've got an active, lively team. Always happy to listen to the community and hear what they're up to, and vice versa, share what we're up to. So yeah, come find us.
Definitely, Paul. I will leave all those links in the description box below as well for the viewers. Thanks so much for taking the time to come on to talk about Crypto Prophecies. I'm excited to play the game, and let's follow up in the near future.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me.